LoveLine is meant for an adult audience.
LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, now here's LoveLine.
With Ricky Rackman, Dr. Drew, and Adam Carolla.
And I pretty much quote, like, I'm too tired down there. And then, she thinks that when she's more experienced, she'll be able to have multiple orgasms. And I was just wondering what you think about this.
Does she mean tired or does she mean sore?
Or sensitive? Too sensitive.
Bored.
I don't know. She just sort of like she's... I get the impression that she feels kind of like I do after I have an orgasm.
And why does that surprise you?
Well, it only surprises me because of all the stuff I've heard about women having.
What have you heard?
I've heard that they can and that they do, and that
some do, and some are more capable of that than others. But
it's not like a universal thing.
Not a universal thing.
As soon as they have like a good one, you shouldn't touch them for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's that glow thing,
It's
like, oh, you touch her. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. Well, but let me get that. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Wait, you mean so if you have something...
I've noticed that.
I used to even say that before.
Then some women, on the other hand, can recharge very, very quickly.
I hate that.
Like within seconds.
Right.
And they have no refractory phase and whatnot. But that's unusual.
And it really just depends on the girl.
On the person.
Right. But again, we have a guy who's taken it upon himself to, change whoever he's with sexually to sort of satisfy himself. And I say, what's wrong with that?
You know what? I disagree. I think that right now, and correct me, and see if you agree with me, Josh. Major, and when she was boning.
Right. When now we're in this big raccoon codes, 22 skadoos, that's Bearcat and all that.
Then I thought that maybe like a lot of guys, or maybe even before then, that guys were they thought about sex as about them getting off. And I think right now, a guy, when he gets in bed with a woman, is more concerned right now about giving that woman an orgasm before he can, but for the wrong reason, so he can say, I made her come.
So he can feel better about himself.
Right, it's still a narcissistic type of thing.
Do you agree, Josh?
Yeah, I agree. I think, it's sort of the... Well, I mean, also it's the idea that you want them to have pleasure, too.
But just empathize.
I mean, both parties win.
Be open and sensitive to what her needs are and not your own.
Right.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
I'm in bed or not, and I was wondering how I would know if I was turning her on or if she was faking it.
Why would he ask you?
Don't they have some kind of hornometer you could hook her up to? I mean, seriously, you're a doctor.
Seriously? No. Not anything that would be available to someone.
Yeah, why are you asking the doctor? He does two things. He pushes old women with his index finger all day, or he puts his thumb up guys' butts. That's what he does. He doesn't know about this stuff. Ricky knows about this stuff.
I've done the finger
thing. Can Ricky give me any tips on how to...
What's the deal with your girlfriend right now?
What's the deal with her?
Yeah.
Well, we've been going out for a year, and we've been having sex for a while, and it's just... I actually need some tips on how to make her wilder because it's starting to get boring.
How to make her wilder?
Right.
What do you want her to do, Brian? Move.
Well.
Wake up.
Stop reading.
Have a pulse.
What do you want her to do, Brian?
What do you think she should do?
Let me tell you something, okay?
What do we think she should do for him?
I think she should dump you. You sound like a bore.
Ricky, your personal astrologer?
Deal, okay? Listen, this is the deal, okay? Guys, tell women what you want. And women, but more important, women, when it comes to making love, tell men exactly what you want them to do. Because guys get turned on by women telling them what to do.
Right.
More importantly.
And we don't know because we're stupid.
Yeah, you're clueless.
But don't preface it with all the guys who did me before used to do this, and I really enjoy it. Pretend like you're making it up, but we know you're not.
Say, give it to me this way because I always wondered what it would be like.
Yes.
I never had it before.
I had a healthy
but
curiosity.
I would like it. How's that, Brian?
Well, let me hear. What was the strangest position you've ever been in?
Well,
Hey, Brian. I don't look at any of them as being strange.
Really?
Yes. But what about that guy that could masturbate by himself sideways by sticking his
no hands?
Called 2 days ago.
He took his fruit bowl
a fruit bowl
and he slid it under the table.
The fruit bowl.
And he did that weird kind of sideways grind thing.
I tell you guys got to listen to LoveLine every night because you learn stuff. Even we never heard the word fruit bowl. And the guy, hey, look, I sat in gum. See, if you didn't listen to the show 3 nights ago, you don't know why that's funny. Let's talk to Steve from Madera. Steve, happy Halloween.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Steve?
Hey, first, you're way too
Ooh, that's frightening.
just alone, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Okay, check this out. Okay, when I used to live there, on the way to school, and I walked to school, I used to go through my neighbor's yard. He's this old guy. He always chased after me. I jump his fence, and he just threatened me. He goes, "I'm gonna kill you one day, right?" So I was like, gave him the finger and just kept walking. So one day, I come home from school. I used it every day, just threatening to kill me. So one day, I was walking home from school at like 6 months later, after all this, and they're arresting him. He's like 75 years old. And I went to the cop and go, "What the hell's going on here like that?" He goes, he just killed his wife. He chopped her up and put her in a suitcase. And like I guess my other neighbor smelled this smell, and it was the lady dead. And he went and searched his house in the garage, and she's in the suitcase chopped up.
Is this a real story?
I swear to
And
God.
he really killed the girl.
He really killed his wife.
Killed his wife. Dude, you would have been a guy in the other hand. Be glad that guy ran out of luggage, man.
Dude, that guy. Oh,
He would have been the other guy, Steve.
Hey, I don't know, man. I was free. Oh, you had to clean my pants out, dude.
Did you poop? That's kind of heavy.
You had to hose me off, man.
Did you really poop? Right on.
Steve, really? Steve, tell the scary story about the time you spilt the bong and almost ruined your comforter.
Yeah, man.
Hey, have a good Halloween, Steve. Thanks. The ghost things, right? And when you say that people have had messages from beyond, you always think that it's something else.
Right.
What about you, Adam? You believe in ghosts?
No.
Oh, God, I hate you guys. I believe in it so... I know Ann. Ann, you believe in ghosts, don't you? I know Ann does. Have you ever seen one, Ann?
No.
Neither. I want to see one, though. But this is kind of weird.
Let me kept doing speed a couple more years, I guarantee
Oh, dude, no. But you know what? I saw dogs running across the street when I was on speed all the time. But let me just tell you this. This is kind of a trippy story. It's not a scary story or anything. This is true. I had a friend when I was about 18. No, when I was 16. I had to go live in New Zealand for a year, okay? And on my birthday, I was driving on the freeway, and I was going, man, there was a best friend of mine. Okay, this guy that lived in Van Nuys, where I was from, and I go, man, I haven't seen that guy Robbie for a long time. I talked to him for like a couple weeks. I go, man, and for some reason I just felt really, really bummed out. And I got home, and my dad was sitting there to say that he had just gotten killed in a car crash on my birthday.
Right.
But it was kind of weird that I was driving home, and I said, man, I hadn't talked to that guy all day, for a couple days.
Do you know that the Navy used to keep rabbits on land, and they'd have mother rabbits and put the babies in submarines, and then when the submarines were exploded or damaged, the mother rabbits would get really worked up, and that's how the Navy would first find out whether one of the submarines had been hit.
Really?
No way.
Because submarines were on silence. They had to silence them. And
Did you?
See, how can you not believe in ghosts and stuff,
Look,
then?
I believe that there are...
You have been listening to LoveLine. The opinions expressed by Ricky Rackman, Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla, or anybody else on this program are not necessarily anyone's. LoveLine producer, Ann Wilkins.